Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Adele Bet Predict. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the top mistakes betting strategies that you need to avoid in football and basketball. Actually, there are some strategies that we have been using and they are working out so well, and unfortunately, of recent, I discovered that some games, or let me say some leagues, they are not consistent with what they are doing. I told you guys earlier that betting strategies is dynamic, and as the result of the dynamism in sport games. Now, I'm going to show you guys some tickets of my previous days, probably yesterday and day before yesterday, games that I played, and unfortunately, they turned on another way, like you understand. Now let us check the the bet history, and you guys are going to be amazed about the outcome of these particular strategies. They are very, very annoying. So before I move on, I would like to show you guys the strategies that you guys can actually be using for now, which is the under betting strategy and over 0.5 or betting strategy. Actually, this particular strategy is supposed to be under 3.5 goals, but I decided to make it more safe by going for under 4.5 goals. Now, I actually decided to stay on this particular strategy because I discovered that number one, the basketball strategy, they are not consistent anymore. I would like to show you guys something before I move on into showing you guys my bet history. So now let me show you something about NBA leagues. Unfortunately, I fell into trap of this particular league, USA NBA league. Actually, if you happens to if you are someone that have been playing basketball very well, you are going to understand that in NBA they don't really score points like 91, 87, all these small points. At least sometimes there was a particular time that we used to experience like 250 points, 240 points, 230 points. The least point that was common in NBA basketball league was around maybe 210, 215, and 220 then. But unfortunately now I discovered that of recent NBA basketball leagues, they are not really scoring points anymore. They are not scoring points anymore. Please, if you have been using the basketball over betting strategy, please, I want you guys to limit the use of it now and divert into other sports for now, at least for now, because currently these teams, or let me say these leagues, they are currently not performing like the previous times, and scoring points is now kind of something that is very difficult for them. So number one that I want you guys to avoid now is the basketball over points, and even any prediction on basketball safe. Let me just say any prediction on basketball, because there are some stats that naturally they are expected to play a certain amount of points like over, and the bookmakers are even going to provide you a market that you are confident enough to say that you want to predict your games on it. And unfortunately, the outcome of the games will be a shocking, and it can be of depress to you. Please guys, please take note of this. Basketball, please kindly avoid it for now. If you have acquired the strategy of under 3.5 goals, please, you can be making use of it for now. And if you have knowledge about the over 0.5 goals, you can keep on using it for now. Now let us move on to the next chapter now. So now, guys, let me give you guys as a summary of how my games went since April 19, and the outcome of what I discovered from it. And since then, I've learned something new, and I'll just try and avoid those mistakes. So these are the mistakes that I want you guys to also avoid. When you realize that okay, these things are what are affecting your games, please always take note of it. So another thing that I want you guys to notice is that your bet history is very important, because they are going to keep shaping how you are going to go about your next games or your next predictions. Now, let me quickly give you the report of my bet history from April. I think April 16. Okay, April 19 rather. Okay, so actually this particular account, I won't lie to you guys, this is like account management for you guys. And unfortunately, I discovered that some strategies that happens to be working before, they are not consistent anymore, and it gives me an insight of okay, let me just select few of these strategies and utilize it, and that is what leads to the current use of my under 4 goals that you guys are seeing now. So let us check the first game here. Games that you guys are seeing here that I staked 1k on, they are basketball games. Basketball games. Let me show you something. This particular game was just it's just 3 odd. 3 odd. Unfortunately, this particular game that you guys are seeing here, if you have been using under goals or under point prediction, please, you guys should stop for a while, or unless you think okay, probably you can still move on risking it, because you can actually be winning like once in a while again, fortunately. But guys, if you are only interested in winning always, like at least you want your winnings to be 99%, 95%, just stay away from basketball for now because of their inconsistency. But if you think that okay, let us make it 70-30, at least if I'm having 70% of high uh, high odds winning, you don't mind the loss there, so you are free to go. So most of my basketball games of recent are cutting by one, by two, by one, by two, and it is very annoying. So please, guys, if you have been using it, please take note of this. So now I'm going to show you guys the next game that I staked 1k on. So on 19, yes, okay. So this is the second game, also basketball, I think. Let us check. So unfortunately, this particular odd two is just too odd. And checking this particular game, by guys, before the game starts, if you check the statistics, their evaluation, like their previous games and their performance in their previous games, guys, they play, let me just say the least point that they sometimes have was like maybe around 170. And unfortunately for me, the bookmakers are providing over 148, 158, and I was like, wow, this is an opportunity. I staked on it. Unfortunately, these people played 155 instead of over 158, and you know the game caught. I'm sure this is how some people are losing their bets, and out of frustration, as a result of frustration, they kept on playing, like playing until they don't have anything again. And at the end of the day, they start borrowing money from people, like, okay, please borrow me your money, borrow me this social amount, and at the end of the day, they will still lose it. That kind of thing. So that thing used to lead to rigorous addiction, and this is not something that is supposed to be happening in our sport betting. This thing is supposed to be something of fun and entertainment. And okay, let me show you some games also. So let us quickly move away from aspect of basketball, please, guys. Just try and avoid basketball for now, just for now, for a short period. If you happen to be a basketball lovers and you have been losing your bet, just avoid it for a short period of time. Now let us move on to football. Under the football games, I have a strategy called the booking code over. Actually, I lost a particular game here. This particular ticket was just 15 odd, and I lost a particular game here, which is the match between Genoa and Lazio. Unfortunately, the game ended up in under 2.5 booking. Actually, ended up in over 2.5 booking. That is over 2.5 at least card, either red card, yellow card, at least over 2.5. But the third person that got the yellow card was not on pitch. And if the person that got the yellow card was not on pitch, the bookmakers won't count it as over. This particular strategy, if you have acquired this strategy, please, you can still keep using it. In betting we cannot always win 100%, but you can still keep using it because the strategy is actually accurate. This is what I used there, the over 2.5, and it came out so well. This particular game, it's only circumstances that can affect the outcome of your prediction sometimes. Now, if you check this game very well, most of the prediction there was over 1.5, under 4.5, under 11.5. But unfortunately too, please, guys, under corner, like under 11.5 corner, under 12.5 corner, please, guys, always make sure that you are avoiding it for now. Don't predict your games on corner for now. At least if you want to predict your games on corner, you can go for leagues, games that the big teams happens to have the high chance of pressuring. For example, if you check the stats of yesterday game between Wolves and Arsenal, Arsenal happens to be a team that always plays at least over 5.5 corner, over 6.5 corner in their games. I was so surprised to see that Arsenal played The Arsenal won that yesterday match by 2 goals to nothing, and the total corner there was 3 corner. I was surprised, like wow, what's going on? So that's just betting for you. Sometimes you can they are just unpredictable sometimes. 3 corner, imagine Arsenal. They are not small teams, though. They are teams that can pressurize their opponents very well. And the total corner that ended up in that game is 3 corner. So, for example, corner games, please avoid it for now. So, if you want to predict your games, just go for over goals, over 0.5, under 4.5. Please don't even go for over 1.5 goals, because I'm going to show you guys tickets that lost by just over 1.5 goals. Now, the total uh, outcome of this, okay, yes, this is one of the games that caught as a result of over 1.5 goals. So that is the reason why I say that, guys, always go for over 0.5, and the rest are also over 1.5, under 4.5 goals, over 1.5. So I did mean that I went for over 0.5 goals in this particular game, and not including that particular booking prediction, I would have won this particular game, fortunately. Now let me show you another thing that you guys need to also avoid. The aspect of under corner has done a lot in this particular bet history. Within the short period of days that you guys are seeing, they have done a lot. This game is actually 3 odd and caught by 1. This is under 12.5 corner, and that is the reason why I say that you should avoid it. So this is the booking prediction over 2.5 card, and you guys can see that they are really working out so well. So some over 1.5, actually they happens to come out the way we want it, but please always go for over 0.5 when you are using your over 1.5 betting strategy. Now I would like to show you guys the game that I won. Fortunately, under 12.5 came out so well in it, but I think I just felt like it is luck when it comes to predicting under. So this is the booking. Don't forget, I told you guys that booking is actually 95 and 99% accurate. That is card. Predicting the total card in a particular game, if you follow the right steps, you are going to get it very right. At least when you are predicting over 2.5 booking, over 0.5 booking, you should be getting odds like 1.14 and having like 5 games or 6 games on it using the booking betting strategy alone. I think you should be getting your share towards daily. And when it comes to predicting over 0.5 and under 4.5 goals, it can probably seems to be very hard in accumulating daily to odd. But fortunately, at least there are some people that are highly interested in accuracy compared to that of high figures of odds. So let us always aim for accuracy. So if you check this game very well, most of the predictions there are sometimes under corner, over 1.5 goals, under 4.5 goals, under 4.5, under 4.5, over 1.5, and my special handicap betting strategy. So under 4.5 goals, if you notice this very well, most of the outcomes are like 1-1, 2-1. Most of it are supposed to be predicted as under 3.5 goals, but I deliberately went for under 4.5 goals because I want the game to be safe extremely. Like, let me show you some games that ended up in 4-0, like 4 goals. Let me check if I have it here. Okay, I don't have any games that I predicted under 4 and ended up in over 3. Let me check. Okay, good, fine, guys. So this particular ticket also lost. It is just a ticket of 5-fold. I predicted most of the games there, I predicted them as under 4.5 goals, except some games that I predicted as over 2.5 booking, as over 2.5 booking. So now let me show you the summary of the total outcome of the games. If you check these first games very well, the game ended up in under 3.5 goals, and I predicted it under 4 because I wanted to be extremely safe. Checking this also, it ended up in under 3.5 goals. And okay, this one is booking. That is card, the total card that they are meant to have in that particular game. So unfortunately, I think I lost this particular ticket as a result of one particular game. So now checking this also, I predicted under 3.5 goals, and I was pushed to go for under 3.5 goals because I want my games to be safe. So I always like to go for under 4.5 goals. And fortunately, the game ended up in under 3.5 goals exactly. Now, checking this particular game, you guys can see that under 4.5 goals again, the game ended up in 3-0 under 3.5 goals. Checking this, under 4.5 goals, game ended up in under 1.5. So there are some steps that you guys need to follow when you are predicting your under goals and over 0.5 goals. My method of predicting over 0.5 goals was or is the over 1.5 goals prediction. So the over 0.5 happens to be just the safe like the safe aspect of it. And please, for now, always avoid some other strategies when it comes to basketball. Just move away for a while because the consistency is no more there. Now, checking this also, I predicted under 4.5. The game ended up in 0-1. Checking this, under 4.5 goals ended up in 0-1. Even these games can be predicted as under 3. Naturally, they are meant to be predicted as under 3.5 goals, but I was just like, to be more safe and to be more to be on the safer side. And so most of the games ended up in under 3.5 goals, games that are predicted as under 4, except this particular match. Guys, this particular match, actually, it was like a setup, because I'm going to show you something about it. And the reason why I said it's like a setup, I'm going to click on the match details, and I'm going to show you guys something that so that is why that I always tell people that some people will be like, they are using a particular strategy, it was working, and now it's no more working. And there are some people that will be like, oh, in this particular video you made use of different method, in this one you made. Actually, there's one thing about updating about strategies. Strategies always need updating over time. Are you getting it? It needs updating. You need to update strategies very well, because these things are changing, and anything happens in betting. 100% our guarantee of winning is not possible in betting, but at least we should have high percentage of the outcome of our betting strategy. So from lost, from most of our lost, if you are checking your bet history, you should be able to learn one or two things. In this particular strategy of under prediction, actually I can decide to start using my under 3.5 goals without trying to play safe of under 4.5 goals. I'm sure if I pick 4 games or 3 games or 5 games of under 3.5 goals, I'm easily going to get sure 2 odds. But there is high probability that sometimes I'm going to pick 2 odds in 4 tickets, and all the 4 tickets are going to cut by 1. This is the reason why I say that. If you check some games very well, out of all the games that we've been checking about under 4.5 goals, and we discovered that okay, most of it ended up in under 3.5 goals. Some people be like, okay, let me just go for let me just keep going for under 3.5 goals. Let me just keep going for under 3.5 goals. But unfortunately, there are some games that will really shock you, because you are saying under 3.5 goals by predicting under 4, under 3.5 goals by predicting under 4. Now check these two games. They were also supposed to be predicted as under 3.5 goals, and the game ended up in 2-2 and 3-1. Imagine I predicted them under 3.5 goals, and both these two games are in different tickets. They will be the one to cut the tickets. Like maybe I predicted 2 odd in different tickets. These games will be the games that will cut the tickets of under 3.5 goals. So that's why most times I always like to go safe when it comes to strategies that I believe they are really working out so well. Now, this game supposed to ended up in under 4.5 goals actually, but let me show you something. You guys too can also go and check it on your live bet app or platform. Let us click on the match tracker and let's see the summary of how the games went. So if you check this particular game very well, this was how they got their yellow, how the score goes. So in first half, I think they scored 2-0. As you guys are saying it, first half 2-0. If you happen to be someone that's predicted this game as under 4.5, you'll be like, oh, I'm not like, your mind will be like, oh, 2 goals already in first half. This is very risky. Now checking on the minutes that they are here, around 75 minutes and above, you'll be like, 2-0. You are expecting winning in this particular game. And unfortunately, I discovered that they scored 2 goals back to back within short period of times. Around 84 minutes to probably 90 minutes. They score around 84 minutes to 88 minutes, they score 2 goals again. It was already 2-2 here. So you'll be like, die minute. They are already having 2-2. And you predicted another 4.5 goals, expecting winning with hope. And unfortunately, if you go and check your live games very well, The game actually ended around, I think, 90 plus 10 or 90 plus 9, and they scored the fifth goal in 90 plus 8. Imagine. So guys, games that we caught, we surely caught, because this is betting for you. So that's just it. But when it comes to predicting under 4.5 goals, if you have acquired the knowledge of this particular strategy, you guys can go for it. But please guys, I want to advise you guys that please always engage in responsible gambling, and don't play games as a result of frustration. When I was managing this particular account, and the owner was like, we are losing, I said, calm down, this is betting and it is natural. One thing that people don't really know about is management of funds, and when you are losing, you are expected to limit the total number of your staking amount, and you need to recover and keep on you need to recover and balance yourself, and before you keep on moving to focus on profit. And also you need to learn from your past and previous mistakes, when you're checking your betting history. So I've learned my own mistakes, and I've discovered some new things, and I would like to share to you guys that guys should not make the same mistakes again. Avoid some sports predictions. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.